Hey guys, so welcome back. So now we're doing the men's 400 meters. All the heats, we're gonna do them. So that way it's gonna be a broke down segment, and then we're gonna continue from video to video. So this is the first heat, I'm assuming, out of the 5. So we're gonna condense all that into one video. So that way we know the rounds. That way it saves me so much time to break down the video. So we're doing heat 1 all the way up to heat 5. So there's 5 heats into the men's 400. So now we're gonna see Quincy Wilson and Michael Norman. So now let's get right into this. Okay. So I'm assuming that's I think that's Quincy Wilson for this round. No, better yet, let me take that back. So you have Matthew Bolin, you have Godwin, and Heron for the first 3 spots. Okay. So that's the first heat. So Matthew Bolin is definitely in that heat. Alright. And Quincy Wilson is also on that heat, if I'm not mistaken. No, Matthew Bolin is there. Okay. Okay. 44.60. Damn. So he got a 44.60. Cool. That's good. So this is the next. Before we jump into the second heat, like I said, this was the first round. Now we're gonna jump into the second round of the heat. So this is heat 2 out of the 5. Let's continue. All right. Alright. Yep, Quincy Wilson's on this one. He has that distinct running. I could tell it's him. The fact that if you look at the race right now, the way he's conserving whatever training that he had after the New Balance, he's definitely focusing on his longevity on the backstretch, which is the second half of the 400. He's definitely conserving energy, because before, the 400 is a brutal race. If you're not mentally sharp, you cannot go out too quickly. You have to maintain your speed at all costs. Okay. Okay, Quincy Wilson's killing it. Look at that. 44.67. I think they rounded down to 44.66. Amazing. Now, on to the next round. So, congratulations to Quincy Wilson. Another thing is, this is a U18 record he broke at the same time. So this is amazing for what he is doing. A lot of people challenge him. I think they said that because he was too young. But I felt as if when Sidney McLaughlin did the hurdles, which at age 16 in Rio, and managed to make the team, I think he's gonna make the team. Now, he has to be, the mentalness you have to be ready for the whole Olympic trials is that you have to be mentally sharp to be ready at the gun, but at the same time you have to be conservative of the rounds, because the rounds is what's going to determine what place you're going to be in at the finals, depending on the lane, because depending on the lanes, that will tell you how far you're going to get out. Awesome. All right. This is the third heat. All right. I'm not sure who's on this heat, but all right, they made up the stagger. The 400 is always a difficult race because it's either make it or break it, because you have to make sure you have enough energy to finish in the straightaway. Okay, that was a slow time. I think that was a very slow heat. Okay, this is heat 4. Okay, so I'm assuming heat 5 is Michael Norman. So I think right now, let me just stop this. I think right now they have a lot of collegiate athletes running, and some of them performed at the NCAA, and some of them perform at the U20 or U18 New Balance. So the fact that they're still able to carry on the race from even there, it's amazing. But I feel as if, like I said, time will tell depending on where the athlete sits when it comes to each round. Because especially if this, how many people in the lane, in the track? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 athletes, right? So every 6th person that is on the rounds, the next round, which is semifinal, they only take the top 2 or top 3, and you have to make top 2 or top 3 to be considered in the finals. So this is going to be a very challenging thing, but time will tell. I can't wait to see Michael Norman what he opens up with. Mind you, this is the first rounds, right? Your job is to try to make sure you get out the rounds. All right. All right. All right. Oh yeah, here's Garden State, and I think that is one of the veterans here. I think his name is Norvin Norwood, I think. I'm right. So he's the only veteran. So the last leg, that's Norman. I think that's Norman. Okay, Norman's in lane 5.
By the way, the top 5 in each heat, plus the next 2 fastest times.
Norman already made up the stagger.
You talk about Michael Norman being back. Well, I'm going to be watching Michael to see how he handles the rounds.
All right.
And I am loving how he is.
He is so smooth.
You want to set it up like a final, and then give yourself as much off as you can.
Because you can't.
How he's attacking the
can't. One thing about the 400, you cannot fight it. You have to let the speed out, because if you try to like push or even like fight the whole thing, you're gonna break down. Like, you're gonna break down severely. Like, you have to let the speed come out and let it glide you through the backstretch, because that's where the most dangerous is.
Well ahead of this field.
Yeah, this is how a veteran is supposed to run rounds. Use all the energy that you can early, so that here you can conserve energy by taking it easy in the last 100. Look at that cushion. He's going to be able to cruise home now. And a quick look on the inside. There's Michael Norman. He knows he's comfortably there. Big effort coming from Evan Miller out wide, and Evan will get second, but Michael Norman 45.31 and cruises through to the semis with a little wry smile on his face.
Listen, a 45.31 for Norman is nothing. Mind you, Norman, he runs 43s and 44s. It's everybody else that needs to play catch up, you know?
I mean, that was perfectly executed. You know, we talk about the fact that he didn't get it done in the Olympics prior to this, and then he did win the World Championship. And last season he said he wanted to focus on the 100. I asked him what was that about, and he said, you know what, I wanted to try something different. I'm actually happy that I did, but I feel like this year is all about the 400. I feel primed, I feel mentally and physically ready. He also says he feels rested because he didn't run so many 400s last year, and I think that will pay off for him this season.
He took a vacation to Mexico for the first time with some high school friends. He took some much needed time away from the sport, and Addo, he looks refreshed.
Okay guys, we're gonna stop it here. So guys, we just watched all of the 5 rounds of the men's 400, and I gotta say, I feel as if Quincy Wilson as well as Michael Norman, I could definitely say, and Norwood. That would be funny. It's these 3 that makes the team for the individual team. The other people that makes the final, they get to go to the relay pool. So let me know what you guys think. Like I said, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be focusing on the women's 400. And then we will close out day 1 with the 800 meters. Bye bye guys.